How y'all doing this evening? You can call me Big C, man. You can call me Big C. And thank y'all for, if it's just one person, for tuning in and taking something away from this lesson or this conversation. Hey, I appreciate it. God bless you. I just want to talk to y'all a little bit. And first of all, welcome to the Narrow Way YouTube channel. Because the narrow way is the best way. And I've came to find that out. The worldly way is not the best way. So welcome. But just some things that was on my mind. I've been going through things in my life, but we all go through things in our life. I can start out first by talking about myself. You know, I've smoked marijuana since I was 17 years old. I'm 52 years old now. And I gave it up. I've stopped multiple times, but just because of work situations, I had to stop. But now I've stopped smoking for good. Never been really hooked on anything else. I've tried ecstasy. Never tried cocaine. Never tried heroin. Not a drinker. I tried an edible, and it almost killed me. I feel it did. I was on the floor, shaking. Darkness was closing in on me. And then God opened the curtains back open for me. And that's why if you're not used to doing stuff, don't try other things. And I would say, if you've been doing things like smoking weed as long as I have, hey man, we have to sometimes say, when is enough enough? Because I got to that point where after that situation happened with the edible, I don't want anything. I don't want anything. And plus, I've changed my life, period. Where, you know, I'm not doing a lot of things that I used to do. You know, because I'm trying to walk the narrow path, and I found out that walking this path is not bad. It's not a bad thing to do. It's not bad, and it's not hard. You just have to be a genuinely good person at heart. We all have our heckles and have our back, you know, our letdowns and downfalls about ourselves that we're not proud of. You know, adultery and, you know, sleeping with other men's wives and girlfriends, and women doing the same with other women's husbands, and, you know, vice versa, whatever. You know, we a lot of us, we've all been there. But it comes to a point where we have to say, when is enough enough? When are we gonna start repaying God back for all the blessings and all the mercy that he's been showing upon us, giving us an opportunity to change? And some of us, we don't change. We don't change. We don't have a drip of guilt in our heart for anything that we do. And I call that being comfortable in your sins. That's what I call that. You're so comfortable in your sin, you don't even acknowledge God or have any guilt behind any of the awful things that you might do to people. See, I know when I do somebody wrong, and I don't feel good about it. I never have. You know, and mainly it was mistreating my women that were good to me. You know, us men, we think we special when we got women liking us and all this kind of stuff, and we think we the God's gift to women. But no, it's not that way. So I've been wrong for doing that in my life. Don't do it anymore, because I understand the severity of it. I understand that, you know, I wouldn't want that done to me. But even past that, it's just not a good thing. It's not a good thing, and it's not a good look. We think we're cool, and we think that, you know, when we young men, you know, we think it's player. Oh, I'm a player. You know what I'm saying? This dude woman's digging me. You know what I'm saying? And we think that's, you know, and our friends gonna pat us on the back and ride along with the stupidity with us, you know, because we all in the same gang and we all doing the same things. But it hit me, and I realized that, you know what? When I got older, I'm like, you know what? That don't even seem right. To be backdooring some other guy with his woman. That's his wife. That's his girl or whatever. They live together. They have sex. They do whatever they do. And then here you are. You want to come behind him. Yeah, that's unsanitary. You know, intermingling all that DNA and all with yourself and everything else. And yeah, it's just, when you think about it, it don't even make sense. And I can say it because, oh no, I've partaken in it for a lot of years in my life when I was younger. So I'm not judging anyone. I'm just saying, when is enough enough? You know, you might be a woman and you know, a good looking woman or whatever, nice body, and you got you a good man at home, but you consider him to be a sucker because he does everything you want him to do because he just wants to be with you. Well, sorry to say, sweetheart, you're on demon time as well. Because if you don't want to be with that man to the point where you don't want to be faithful to that man, don't be with the man just for what he can do for you. And see, that door swings both ways with men and women. You know, but more so to women, because a lot of men don't get the advantage of you know, tagging along with a woman that got more going on than he does. Yeah, we don't have that luxury as much as a woman does. So that's why I say more so with the women. But none of it is good. You know, partying in the club, women, y'all come out the house in some things that you should never come out the house in. You should never come out the house with your private parts exposed to the world, like how y'all come out the house with your tights on and all that stuff. That's I don't even want a woman that carry herself like that. I'm not interested in you at all. At all, not one bit. You know? And I hear women say all the time about men, we like y'all's gray, this, that, and the other. Cool, that's cool. But we have things that we like and we don't like too. I don't like women with 2-inch eyelashes. No, I don't like women with fake behinds and fake breasts and, you know, just a pop-on Barbie doll. I don't have any interest in that. I don't like black women with blonde hair in their head. You wasn't born with no blonde hair. You know, while other people trying to be like you trying to be like them. So, you know, then you got the guys. We the same way. We come out the house, which I don't know where they got this style from. They say they got it from the penitentiary. That's how they do in the penitentiary. But what makes a man want to come out with his butt poked out to the world, with his pants below his behind, showing off his butt? That's not masculine, guys. That's not masculine at all. That's demasculized. So we all have our heckles. But it comes to a point where we have to say, when is enough enough? Haven't God blessed me enough that I start giving back to God? That I get more in tune with the Father? That I, you know, start reading my Bible to get the correct understanding. And to follow in the ways that God wants us to live. I've been, you know, I'm not perfect, but I'm trying my heart out to do what the Father wants me to do. And you know what? It doesn't mean you can't have a life. It doesn't mean you can't smile, you can't enjoy life. Just all the negative things you have to cut out. But some people have so much negativity built up around them, so much different sins built up around them, where it's hard to get out of it. Some people might have 3, some people might have 4 or 5, but you got other people that's just caught up in every negative thing that you can be caught up in. They're caught up into it. And that makes it near impossible to get on the right track, to get out of that lifestyle. But without trying, you'll never get out. And the thing is, when things happen to us, we want to say God is punishing us. Not necessarily so. Because God just may have given you so many opportunity and so much opportunity to stop doing the things that we're doing, right? That he just says, you know what? I'm washing my hands with it. I'm taking my hands off you. I'm leaving you to the wolves like an open wound to viruses. Yes. When God takes his hands off of you, just like they say today, hey, it's up. It's up. It's a free-for-all negativity to enter your life, man. Because once God takes his armor and his shield out from around you, the devil and evil has a door on each corner to enter into you. Just like a house with 4 doors, one on each side. That's wide open at all times. No locks, no nothing. Hey, you wide open. So you don't want that. Just like I don't want that. That's why I say, people might say, hey, oh, this happened to him, that happened to him. Now he want to. Exactly. If you're not a sinner, you don't need to ask for forgiveness or try to get your life together if you're not a sinner. But we all sin. So therefore, none of us are perfect. But we have to work at doing the will of God. You have to actually work at it. So like I said, I stopped smoking marijuana. I don't drink alcohol. You know, I stopped dibbling and dabbling with women if she's not the one. If I don't have any plans on being with you, I'm not dealing with you in that manner. Now we can be friends or whatever and cool and, you know, hey, yeah, that's fine. But I'm not trying to have sex or be with no woman that I'm not trying to be with. That's just it. If I don't see a future with you, and I don't care how much you trying to get with me, I don't care. I'm not doing that. And I don't want to do it. Because, hey, when is enough enough? I've done that enough. That's the easy way. See the worldly way? We have to realize the worldly way is the easy way. But it's hard to stay on track on this narrow road and stop and not be distracted by everything that's over there and over there. See, but once you get accustomed to it, then it's second nature. It's second nature. You don't even think about these things anymore. You know, you think about the Father and if you're doing him just. You think about Yeshua and the sacrifice he made for you to be here. And who are we to take that sacrifice for granted when he did it for us? To give us an opportunity when we do go to be able to join him and the Father in heaven. You know, so we have to do better. We have to do better. You know, a lot of us thinking, oh man, I can't live life. You know how we is. Oh man, I can't live. Yeah, man. If that's how you think about it, then you're going to continue to keep doing what you want to do. But when God takes his hands off you and takes his shield from around you, in comes the wolves. It just is what it is. So this is my first video, and I'm just going off some things that was on my heart and that I've been feeling and that I want to put out there and just tell y'all, man, you know, put all, especially people that's grown people, put away the foolishness, man. And nowadays, our young generation, they're dying early. They're dying early in their sin. They're dying in their sin. They're not getting a chance to correct their wrongs. But those of us that have had a chance and get a chance to correct our wrongs, it's time to correct those wrongs. It's time to start walking the right path, the righteous path. And you say, oh, this dude, no, I'm not a preacher. I'm not a preacher. Nope. Don't want to be a shiny suit wearing preacher either. But I'm going to be a truth speaker. I'm going to tell you the truth. And a lot of the preachers going to lie to you and tell you that, oh man, all you got to do is come to church, do all the evil you want, do whatever you want throughout the week. Come to church, pay your tithes, which is paying him, and you'll be forgiven of your sin. No, that's not how that works. That's not how that works. You can't go out and mess with people's wives or mess with people's husbands, go out and rob and jack and steal and kill and do all the sell drugs and do all the stuff that we do all the worldly stuff that we do and think that, oh, I can go to church on Sunday and that's going to wash it all away, just so you can do it all over again. Because you're just going to go and do it all over again, and then you're going to go back to church and thinking that's going to wash it away again. No, that's being disrespectful to the Lord. You cannot straddle the fence with God. You either have it on your heart to really want to try to make a change, or you think you just manipulating God. And that's what's going to get you destroyed. Thinking you can play games with the Father. You can't play games. See, just like I couldn't play games with my dad, we can't play games with God. See, because some of us will get chastised and some of us will get deleted because we're too far gone. So think about your life and the things that you're doing, and you know if you're too far gone or not, if you're way out and you need to come back in. You know this. You know this about yourself. Start acknowledging your wrongs. That's what we have to do. We always quick to judge other people. Men and women alike. We're so quick to judge other people, but we're so quick to look over our own wrongs and our own shortcomings. And then when somebody pointed out to us, we want to get mad. You know, we want to get mad and upset and say they hating and all that stupid, silly talk that we do. But I'm here to tell you, no. All of us, we need to make a change. Women, you need to stop coming out the house looking like you belong on some corner somewhere, trying to sell yourself. And if you have a man and he allows you to come out the house like that, it's either two things. He's just a weak man and he doesn't need to be with you. If he can't get respect from you, because that temple should be for him. That means, oh, you can't change me, this, that, and the other. I'm going to do what I want to do. Okay, that means you don't respect that man. You know, and men on the other side of the spectrum, oh, I'm going to the strip club. You got a good woman at home. She don't do none of that stuff. She don't live that lifestyle. But you going out, and every chance you get, you going out, you being around other women. Because you got to have the attention of these other women. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. We have to be better towards each other. You know? And I'll say this in closing. Just be mindful of your own flaws, and you can begin to work on yourself. And you can begin to get out that world, because that world is going to lead you to destruction. Because when God takes his hand off you, it's open season. I thank y'all for listening. I pray that God keeps you and bless you to see another day. And I pray that you go on that journey to cleanse your life and try to just be a better person all the way around. Because, you know, we don't start out that way, but that's the way we want to end up if we had an opportunity. And if you're listening to this, that means you still have an opportunity to change. So I pray the best for you, and God bless you. Share the video if you don't mind, and subscribe to the channel, and it's greatly appreciated. And I genuinely love y'all, and God bless y'all. Thank you. Amen.